Greetings and welcome back everybody. So in this video, I'm going to show you 50 amazing features of the Samsung Galaxy M30s, and along the way, I will also give you guys some awesome tips and tricks that you might find helpful. Also, if you want this wallpaper, link is in the video description. And by the way, this wallpaper has been shot on this phone itself. So for my first tip, I'm going to show you a hidden feature called lockdown mode. So when you press and hold the power button, you get three options: power off, restart, and emergency mode. There's actually a fourth hidden option that you can enable, and it's called lockdown mode. Now what lockdown mode does is that it disables the biometrics. That means once you turn on lockdown mode, you will not be able to unlock the phone using your fingerprint, and the face recognition will also not work. Now the thing is, when you are sleeping, your friend or your spouse can easily use your finger and unlock your phone, and lockdown mode will prevent that from happening. So here's how you enable lockdown mode. Drop down the notification panel, go to settings, then scroll down here to lock screen, then tap on secure lock settings. The phone will ask you for the PIN code. Enter your PIN code, tap on next, and turn this feature on which says show lockdown option. Okay, so now that we have enabled show lockdown option, if I long press the power button, you guys will see four options. So first, I'm gonna unlock my phone like I usually do. So just keep your finger on the fingerprint scanner and the phone unlocks. Now if I turn on lockdown mode, the phone will lock and I will not be able to use the fingerprint scanner to unlock. The phone will ask you for the PIN. So this is a very useful security feature. It disables the fingerprint unlock so that no one can unlock your phone while you are sleeping. You will have to enter the PIN code to unlock. And now the phone is back to normal. Now you can use the fingerprint scanner to unlock the phone. Whenever you take a screenshot on the M30s, you kind of get a notification that a screenshot has been taken. Now here's the thing guys, we already know a screenshot has been taken. We don't want to see this notification. Also, this adds an additional step of dropping down the notification panel and then dismissing the notification. So what we want to do here is disable that screenshot notification. So I will just drop down the notification panel, long press on the Samsung capture notification, and then we will turn this off and press save. Now whenever you take a screenshot, the phone will not send you a notification, but we still have the functionality available. So this kind of cuts down on one additional step of dropping down the notification panel and then dismissing that screenshot notification. If you want to re-enable that screenshot notification, drop down the notification panel, go to settings, scroll down here to the part which says apps, then tap over here and select show system apps. We are looking for Samsung Capture. So this is the one. Tap over here and select notifications and turn this on. Once you turn that on, whenever you take a screenshot, now the phone will show you the screenshot notification, but I kind of like to keep this turned off. So save, and that's it. So now I'm going to show you how you can access the phone's hidden service menu to test out if there are any defects on the phone. So open up the phone's dialer and key in the following code: *#0*#, and this will open up the phone service menu. Now over here you have a bunch of tests. For example, if you have a dead pixel on the screen, you can select these first three options and test it out yourself. So this is red, our screen is fine, green, and then blue. Then you can also test the receiver, vibration motor, the front camera, the grip sensor. By the way, there is no grip sensor on this phone. Then we can also test out the touchscreen to see if it's working properly or not. And in our case, it is working fine. So this hidden service menu will let you verify if there's anything wrong with the phone before you actually send it off for service. So if you want to quit the service menu, go back twice. Okay, so picture this. You are texting your best friend and you get a phone call. Now watch what happens when I answer this phone call. You guys will see the messenger will get minimized and the call will go full screen. So I'm just gonna answer this. So as soon as I answer the phone call, the messenger has got minimized and the call goes full screen. Now the thing is, if you have your headphones on, you don't need to put the phone on your face and you can answer the calls through your headphones. And obviously you can do multitasking, you can text as well as answer the call. But as you can see, we cannot go back. If we want to reopen the messenger, we will have to go back home, go to recents, and then we can open up our chat back again. It kind of involves multiple steps, and we want to minimize those multiple steps. Now there's a less known feature on this phone that will allow you to answer the calls in a little pop-up window over here, and the call won't go full screen and you can continue on texting your friend. Okay, so what you want to do is open up the phone's dialer, press on these three dots and select settings. Over here, turn this feature on which says call pop-up. Show ongoing calls in a pop-up instead of full screen while using other apps. Okay, so now when you get a phone call and answer the phone call while using other applications, so I'm just gonna answer this. This window will not go full screen. Instead, it will stay in a little pop-up at the top of the screen. So this is a very useful feature. It will not interrupt what you're doing. Instead, it stays on the top of the screen in a little pop-up. And if you want to go full screen, just tap on this button and the call will go full screen. And this works in every application, so it's not just limited to WhatsApp. So if I answer the call, it will stay in a pop-up like this instead of blowing up full screen. So this is an amazing feature on the Galaxy M30s. Make sure that you enable this. Enjoying the content? Well, make sure to subscribe and do press that bell icon so that you can get notifications to my latest uploads. Let's continue. Okay, since I'm already showing you features related to calls, let us go back into the call settings, open up the phone's dialer, tap on these three dots and select settings. Over here, the first feature we have is a built-in call blocker. Over here, we have a few options. Block unknown callers. If you turn this on, the numbers which aren't in your contact list will be blocked. So I'll just turn that off. Over here, you can add a phone number manually, or you can pick one from your recent list, and you can also pick a number from your contacts. So if someone is bothering you like telemarketers, you can easily block their numbers. Then we have caller ID and spam protection. Once you turn this feature on, the phone will identify spam and scam callers. And this is how the phone will let you know if there's a potential fraud or a scam caller. You will see a little potential fraud tag in front of the number. Next feature in the call settings is the built-in call recorder. Yes, the M30s has a built-in call recorder, so just tap on recording calls and tap on auto recording and turn this on. Now over here we have three options: all numbers, unsaved and selected numbers. The first option will record all the incoming and outgoing calls. The second option is unsaved numbers. The phone will only record calls for the numbers which aren't saved in your contact list. Then you can also record calls for selected numbers. You can select them from tapping over here. So I'm just going to set this to all numbers and let us go back. Then you can change the storage locations. SD card is fine. Then you can also turn off the recording call notification so that it's more discreet. So let me just give this phone a call and I will demonstrate the call recorder. Okay, so I am getting an incoming call. I will answer this. Now, as you can see, as soon as I answer the call recording also starts. Now, I haven't heard the call recorder beep on either of these phones, so you can see at the 1 minute mark, I did not hear any beep, and the volume is maxed out on both of these phones. Okay, so if you haven't turned on the automatic call recording functionality, once you are making or receiving a call, just tap on these three dots and then select record, and the call recording will start. To turn this off, press on these three dots and then select stop, and that will save the call recording on the SD card. So pretty neat stuff. You don't have to download a third-party call recorder to record calls on your Galaxy M30s. We are still not done yet with the call settings, so we have a few more amazing features in the call settings menu. So tap on answering and ending calls and turn on read caller names out aloud. But before that, tap over here and select always. Now your phone will read out the caller names out aloud whenever you get a call. So let me just demonstrate that.
Charlie.
So that's amazing. Oh, and did you guys notice the Indian accent on the M30s? So I will just bring up my Note 10 Plus and you guys will see the difference.
Charlie.
So did you guys notice that difference between these two?
Charlie. Charlie.
So read caller names out aloud on the M30s is meant specifically to pronounce Indian names. Then you can also select press volume up to answer. When you press the volume up button, you can answer the call. Then you should also turn on press power key to end. You can just press the power key to end the call. So to answer the call, press the volume up button and that answers the call. To end the call, just press power key and that ends the call. So this will come in very handy if your hands are dirty. You can just use the volume up button and the power button to answer and end the call. Alright guys, I'm gonna ring up the M30s and you guys will see something very cool and interesting. So as you can see, the camera LED is flashing, letting me know that I am getting an incoming call. And right now the phone is on silent and the vibration motor is turned off. And this feature is very useful because if you want the phone to be completely silent, and I mean completely silent, that means turning off the vibration motor, because vibration does make quite a bit of sound if your phone is on a table. And if you want the phone to be completely silent, you might want to turn on something called flash notifications. So to turn on flash notifications, what you want to do is drop down the notification panel, go to settings, then scroll down here to the part which says accessibility. Then tap on advanced settings, then tap on flash notifications and turn on this camera flash option. Now screen flash is kind of useless, so we will just leave that off, but camera flash is quite useful. And by the way, this also works for WhatsApp. So I'm gonna send a message onto the M30s and you guys will see the camera flash will light up, letting us know that we have received a text message over WhatsApp. So this was flash notifications. The phone will light up the camera flash to let you know when you receive a notification. So let us go back. Then we have something called notification reminders. Get periodic reminders about notifications. I think this is quite a useful feature because this phone does not have a notification LED. So you might want to turn this feature on to receive periodic reminders that you have a notification pending on your phone. So just turn it on. Now you have a few options over here. Remind every 3 minutes, 5 minutes and 15 minutes. So from over here you can set the interval of when the phone should remind you of the pending notification. I'll just leave it at 3 minutes, but I think 15 minutes is also a good option. So for demonstration, I will just leave it at 3 minutes. Now from over here you can select which application, or if you only want the notification reminder for missed calls and messages. I think missed call and messages is fine because if you select this option and turn on notification reminder for every app, this will just annoy the heck out of you. So we will change this to the first option, missed calls and messages only. Okay, so to test out the notification reminder feature, what I'm gonna do is call up the M30s and then I'm gonna cut the call so that we have a missed call on the M30s. So that's it, I'm just gonna cut the call. Now we have a missed call on the M30s. Put the phone to sleep and we will see if the phone reminds us after 3 minutes of the notification that is there for the missed call. So we will just wait. Okay, so did you guys hear that? The phone is reminding us that there is a pending notification. So as you guys can see, the phone is reminding us after every 3 minutes with a little tone that there is a pending notification. And until you dismiss that notification, the phone will remind you again and again after every 3 minutes. And if you want, you can increase the timer on the M30s, and this is called notification reminders. Okay, so I am getting an incoming call on my phone. What if I want to mute the ringtone? Well, you just touch the screen with your hand and the phone gets silenced. Alternatively, what you can do is just flip the phone over like this, and once again the phone gets silenced. So this is called easy mute. Let me show you how you can enable this feature. Now most likely easy mute will be enabled by default, but if it's not, drop down the notification panel, go to settings and scroll down here to advanced features, then tap on motion and gestures and turn on easy mute. And this will let you mute the phone by just placing your hand on the screen like this, or you can just flip the phone over. This only mutes the phone and does not reject the call. Whenever you launch an application on your phone, there is this animation that plays back. So if I launch Instagram, you guys will see that animation. The app kind of zooms in from the icon and goes full screen, and it goes the same for each and every application on your phone. There is also this animation that plays back whenever you navigate through the phone's menu. Now, do you know you can actually speed this animation up or slow it down? Let me show you how you can do this. So go to your settings, scroll all the way down, tap on About Phone, then tap on Software Information. Then repeatedly tap Build Number until you see this screen. If you have a PIN unlock setup, you will see this screen. Enter your PIN and tap on Next. Now you will get this message, Developer Mode has been enabled. So we will go back again. Now this will enable a secret menu called Developer Options. Open up Developer Option and scroll down until you see Window Animation Scale, Transition Animation Scale, and Animator Duration Scale. If you set a higher value, that will slow the animations down. So if I select 2x, you guys can see how the animations have slowed down. But I kind of like these slow animations, kind of makes the phone look nice. And same goes for the animations which play back when you navigate through the phone settings. So we will go back into the developer options, scroll down here. Now you might want to set this to 0.5x. By default it is set to 1x. If you set this to 0.5x, you guys can see how fast the phone has become. Can you guys see that difference? So as you guys can see, now the phone is a lot more snappier than it was before. Fantastic. Now here's the thing, you must leave developer options turned on. If you turn developer options off, this will get reset back to 1x. So make sure that you leave developer options turned on in order to make use of these faster animations. Yeah, the phone does feel faster once you speed these animations up. So that's how you can speed up or slow the animations down on your Galaxy M30s. But do you know you can also change the style of the animations? So by default, whenever you launch an app, it kind of zooms in from the app icon, then it goes full screen. Now you can change this zooming in effect to crossfade. Let me show you how you can do this. So drop down the notification panel, go to settings, then scroll down here to the part which says advanced features and turn this feature on which says reduce animations. Now this actually does not reduce any animations, rather it changes the effect of the animations. So watch what happens when I launch an application on my phone. Instead of zooming in from the app icon, the app just crossfades onto the display. So again, if I launch Chrome, it will just crossfade onto the display rather than zooming in from the app icon. And I kind of like this style. I think it looks better than the original one. So now whenever you launch any application on your phone, it will just crossfade onto the screen rather than zooming in from the app icon. And by the way, the crossfade effect looks a little bit slow. That's because I have the window animation scale set to 2x just to demonstrate this to you guys. But if you set this to 0.5x, you guys will see how quickly the app will launch. So that crossfade effect is still there, but the apps are launching much faster because we have sped up the animations. So this is how you can make your M30s a little bit more unique than everyone else. If you've got kids who regularly use your smartphone to play video games or browse the internet, sometimes what might happen is they might relocate these icons and the widgets on the home screen. Because it's very easy to relocate these icons, you just have to keep your finger for a fraction of a second, and that's how easy it is to relocate these widgets and icons. And if these are misplaced on the home screen, you might have a tough time figuring out where they've gone. So I will just place these back in the original location. So here's a tip, enable lock home screen layout. So pinch out on the home screen, go to home screen settings and turn on lock home screen layout. So now when you give your smartphone to your kid, they will not be able to reposition these widgets or these icons. Very useful feature because if these are misplaced, you will have a really tough time in figuring out where they've gone, and you will waste time repositioning all these icons back on your home screen. If you've got some secret applications, you might want to hide them from the app drawer. Now what you can do is pinch out, then tap on home screen settings, scroll down and tap hide apps. Over here you can hide certain applications from the app drawer. For example, we will hide Amazon shopping, then we will scroll down, we will also hide WhatsApp, YouTube, VLC, then Samsung Notes, and most importantly we will hide Snapchat. Then when you tap on apply, all of these apps will be hidden from the home screen as well as the app drawer. So you can see WhatsApp no longer shows up in the app drawer, and same goes for Snapchat and all the other apps that we have hidden. So this is a useful feature if you want to hide your secret applications that you've got on your phone. It will kind of save you the hassle of uninstalling those apps when you hand over your phone to your family member or someone who might be suspicious of you. But in reality, I think this feature comes in very handy to hide games from little kids, because whenever you meet a little kid, the first question they'll ask is, what all games do you have on your phone? That is very annoying. But anyways, you can hide your games and stuff from the app drawer and tell them that you don't have any games installed on your phone. Now, one downside of this is that this is not password protected, so if anyone knows their way around Samsung phones, they will long press on the home screen, go to home screen settings, scroll down and hide apps, and they will find out all the apps that you have hidden. But yeah, the thing is that involves multiple steps. So I will just unhide these apps to place them back in the app drawer, apply, and now everything is back to normal. Do you have nosy friends who borrow your phone to browse the internet, or they might want to take some pictures using the camera, but instead they minimize the camera app or they minimize the web browser and they open up your messenger to take a look at all the personal chats you've been having? They also might browse your personal photos which are in the gallery. Now, to prevent this, you might want to enable a feature called pin windows. Now, I am already assuming that you have a pin unlock setup. That means you need a pin code to get inside your phone. So first off, make sure that you have a pin unlock setup or a password unlock setup. And now we can go ahead and proceed to turn on pin windows. Okay, so now drop down the notification panel, go to settings, then scroll down here to biometrics and security, then tap on other security settings. Scroll down and turn on pin windows. But before we turn this on, I will just enter the setting and turn this on over here, and make sure ask pin before unpinning is turned on. So now whenever you launch an application, so for example your friend wants to browse the internet, launch the application, go to recents, then tap on the app icon, then select pin this app. The phone will prompt you, turn on pin windows. To unpin this app, touch and hold the recents and the back buttons at the same time, press on OK. So now the app is just locked to the screen and I won't be able to exit this or go to recents or even drop down the notification panel. So now your friend can go ahead and browse the internet and you don't have to worry about your friend exiting the web browser and checking out all your personal stuff. Now to unpin the app, press and hold the recents and the back button together. Now to unpin the app, the phone will ask you for the pin code. Once you enter the pin code, now you can go back to the home screen and use your phone normally. And you can pin almost every app on your phone. So I will just launch Instagram, press on the recents button. By the way, I'm using gestures. So again, tap on the Instagram icon, then select pin this app. Then press on OK, and now the app is pinned onto the screen. I will not be able to go back or drop down the notification panel. So this is an amazing privacy feature. Your friend will not be able to exit the app and they will not be able to check out all your personal chats or your photos on your smartphone. So now I'm going to turn off night mode because the next set of features I'm going to show you are in the visibility enhancements. So I will just turn off night mode, then we will go to settings, then scroll down here to the part which says accessibility. Then over here we will enter this menu called visibility enhancements. Now the first option here is high contrast theme. You can download some high contrast themes from the Galaxy store. So if you tap on high contrast theme 1, and you will be able to download this high contrast theme on your M30s. Just tap on download. Now a lot of people have asked me how to change the accent colors of Android, which are over here. Well, I usually have a high contrast theme applied on my phone, and that's how you can change the accent colors of Android. You will just wait. So as you can see, when I drop down the notification panel, the color of these icons have changed. Right now night mode is turned off, but everything is nice and black because we have a high contrast theme applied. Okay, so I have turned off high contrast theme. The next feature over here is high contrast fonts. Adjust the color and the outline of the fonts to make them stand out. Now once I turn this on, just notice what happens over here. So once I turn this feature on, the fonts kind of get a little bit more high contrast. I think they also become a little bit bold. So if you have difficulties in reading the text, you might want to turn on high contrast font. I will just turn this off. Now if you scroll down here, you have another feature called color inversion. This will invert all the colors on the screen. You can see everything is in negative colors. And this works system wide, so even Instagram is in inverted colors. And this kind of looks nice, looks psychedelic. And this will also work in YouTube, so if you play back a YouTube video, it will play back in negative colors. Okay, so we will just go back to the visibility enhancement settings and I will turn this off. The next setting over here is color correction, and you can turn it on from over here. Tap over here to select a color mode. So this is deutan, protan, tritan. So this is sort of an experimental feature, but these settings are for people who have difficulties in perceiving colors. As you can see, it also works system wide. And you know what, it's kind of nice to see Samsung is including this color correction feature to help out people who have difficulties in perceiving colors. Okay, so inside the same visibility enhancements menu, tap on magnification, then tap on the first option which says triple tap screen to magnify. If you turn this on, you can just triple tap anywhere on the screen to magnify, and you can scroll using 2 fingers. So this is an amazing feature. If you have difficulties in seeing a particular part of the screen, you can just triple tap to zoom in. And once again, this is system wide, so I will just launch Instagram. I can just triple tap over here to zoom in. So this feature is very helpful if you have difficulties in seeing a particular part on the screen. You can just triple tap to zoom in, then triple tap to zoom out. Now if you are gaming, keep this option off, because if you are triple tapping quickly once you're inside a game, yeah, that's going to cause a bit of trouble. So this is triple tap screen to magnify. So what do you do if you have to select multiple photos in bulk in the gallery? I think many people will select them one by one individually like this, and this kind of wastes a lot of time. Alternatively, what you can do is long press on a photo or a video, then swipe your finger like this, and this will allow you to select lots of photos in bulk very quickly. Kind of saves a lot of time. If you want to deselect, just run your finger over the selected photos once again, and that will deselect all of these selected photos. So make selecting photos in bulk a lot easier. The next thing you should do is enable recycle bin in the gallery. So whenever you delete a photo or a video, it kind of gets deleted permanently. So if you've deleted something accidentally, it is gone. It's not gonna come back. So to prevent this, tap on these 3 dots and then select recycle bin. The phone will prompt you, turn on recycle bin. Deleted items will stay in the recycle bin for 15 days before they are deleted forever. So turn recycle bin on, and now when you delete a photo or a video accidentally, it will go to recycle bin instead of getting deleted permanently. And you can go ahead and easily restore your photos or videos that you have deleted accidentally from the recycle bin, and tap on restore to restore the deleted photos and videos. Oh, and do you guys know you can also hide photos and videos in the gallery? So go to albums, tap on these 3 dots and then select hide or unhide albums. And this will allow you to hide all the folders that contain photo on your phone. So except the camera album and screenshot album, you can hide pretty much any folder on the phone. So I'm just gonna hide all of these, and you guys can see all those folders in the gallery have disappeared and only the camera photos are available. All the other folders are now hidden. Now this is not password protected, but still it gives you a certain amount of protection from prying eyes. And by the way, I'm saying folders because these are just folders inside the phone. So if you create a new folder and dump some pictures or videos inside it, you can go ahead and hide them from over here. So albums are just regular folders on your phone. The default gallery of the M30s also comes with a built-in collage maker. So all you need to do is select a couple of photos. So 6 photos is the maximum, by the way, so I'm just gonna select 6 photos. Then I'm gonna tap on these 3 dots then select create collage, and we will just press allow, and that is it. The phone will create a collage for you. So you don't need to download a separate third-party app to create a collage. There's a built-in collage maker inside your phone. No need to download any additional apps, and even change the style by doing this. This changes the aspect ratio, and from over here you can change the thickness of the borders or make it more round. And if you want, you can even go ahead and edit these photos. You can crop them or even write something on them or draw something on them. And if I tap on apply, that little drawing will also be there. And just press on save, and the phone will save the collage in the gallery so that you can go ahead and share it with your friends. So that was Collage Maker. Your phone also has a built-in GIF maker. So again, I will select a couple of pictures. Videos don't work with GIF, so you can only select pictures. I'm just gonna select 11 pictures, then I'll press on these 3 dots and select create GIF, and your phone will create an animated GIF image for you. You can change the speed, make it a little bit slower. Then this will let you replace images if you want. You can rearrange images, or you can also edit these images. And I'm just gonna press save, and that saves the GIF image that we just created in the gallery. And once again, you can go ahead and share this with your friends. Oh, and by the way, you can also set a GIF image on your always on display. So press on these 3 dots and then select set as always on display, and just resize it from over here. Then press on done, and we will wait for the phone to load. And that's it. Now we have the animated GIF image that we just created out of our own photos on the always on display. Okay, so I have turned off the lights. I'll put my phone to sleep, and you guys will see that animated GIF image on the always on display. Now it plays back only once, then it stops to save the battery power, because if it is always animating, that's gonna consume more battery power. But yeah, it's kind of a nice way to show off your creativity. Since we are already talking about customization features, do you guys know you can set a video as your lock screen wallpaper? So whenever you press the power button on your phone, a video will play back on the lock screen. You can just keep your thumb to watch the full 15-second video. Okay, so let us go ahead and lock the phone, and I will show you how to do this. So just open up the gallery and pick a video that you like. I suggest picking a video that has been shot in portrait mode rather than landscape, so that it covers the entire screen. So all you need to do is press on these 3 dots, then select set as wallpaper. Now this video is too long, you'll need to trim it down, so press on edit and select the 15 seconds which you want. So I will just select this one and press on done. Now we will have to wait for the phone to save. So once the video has been saved, just tap on set as wallpaper, and the phone will set the video as your lock screen wallpaper. Now whenever you press the power button, this video will play back. Now I also suggest that you set a wallpaper that is similar to the video wallpaper. So what I'm gonna do is play this video and take a screenshot over here. Just press on this button, and that takes a screenshot and saves it to the gallery. Let's see where our screenshot is. So I'm just gonna select this, set as wallpaper, home screen, and set as wallpaper. So now we have a matching wallpaper that goes along well with our video lock screen wallpaper. You know, it's kind of annoying whenever you are reading an article or texting someone, the screen kind of turns off. Now you might not want to change the screen timeout, that's an easy way, but what you can do is turn on a feature called Smart Stay that will prevent the screen from turning off as long as you're looking at the phone. So drop down the notification panel, go to settings, then scroll down here to advanced features, then go to motion and gestures and turn on Smart Stay. This will be turned off by default, so make sure that you turn it on. Smart Stay keeps the screen turned on while you are looking at it by using the front camera to detect your face. So it will use the front camera to detect if you're looking at the screen or not, and you don't have to change the screen timeout. As long as you're looking at the phone, the display will stay on. So I have the screen timeout set to 15 seconds. It's already been 30 seconds. The screen is not turning off. So this Smart Stay feature is quite useful. especially if you're reading an article on the web. You don't have to constantly touch your screen in order to prevent it from going off. So if I go to display settings, you guys can see my screen timeout is set to 15 seconds, but the screen is not turning off because I'm actually looking at the screen and the phone knows that I'm looking at the screen and I'm using my phone, so the display is not turning off. The Galaxy M30s can also run multiple apps together at the same time. So you can have 2 or more apps open at the same time on your screen. So the way you do this is launch the application first. So I will launch Chrome and maybe open up a web page. So I'll open up this one. So what I'll do is go to Recents, then tap on the icon of the app which you want to run in a window. I'll tap on Chrome, then tap on Open in Pop-up View, this option. And that will open up the app in a little window like this. And then if you want, you can resize this, make it smaller or make it bigger. Kind of like it a little bit smaller like this. And you can do the same for WhatsApp. So launch WhatsApp and go to Recents. Again, I'll go to Recents, tap on the WhatsApp icon and then select Open in Pop-up View. And as you can see, we are running 2 apps simultaneously. So you can continue texting as well as browse the internet. Actually, this makes copy and pasting a lot easier. So I can just copy something from the web browser. I can get this to select. So I can just copy and paste this in the Messenger. So that kind of makes copying and pasting a lot easier. And with the same method, you can also run the camera in a little pop-up window. So just fire up the camera. Now go to Recents. Actually, you have to do that gesture twice and press on the camera icon, then select Open in Pop-up View, and that will let the camera run in a little pop-up like this, and you can open up multiple apps. So I've got the Messenger open, I've got the web browser open, and the camera is also running like this. So what I can do is quickly take a picture and go back to my web browser and texting. Now if you press this button, that minimizes the apps in a little bubble like this. So can minimize all of them, and all of these apps will get minimized over here. Just tap on the icon and that will resume the particular app. So I'll just minimize this, and this is the same way you can run YouTube in a little pop-up and listen to music while you browse the internet or use WhatsApp, because by default Google does not allow you to run YouTube in background, and with this Open and Pop-up View option you can actually run YouTube in a little window, and you can watch a music video and keep on texting your friends at the same time. Okay, so for example, a video is playing back. What I can do is go to Recents, then tap on the YouTube icon and select Open in Pop-up View, and that will open up YouTube in a little pop-up like this. And what I can do is either open up apps in pop-up view like this. So I have 2 apps open. You can play a music video on YouTube and keep on texting your friends. Otherwise, what you can do is go to full screen with WhatsApp and have YouTube run at the top like this, and just resize the app. So that will allow you to run the YouTube video in a little window like this. And you can also go ahead and text your friends at the same time. So this is a really powerful tool. It allows you to run the YouTube videos in the background. And you can do the same for internet web browser. So let's go to full screen. So I have the web browser open. I can also go ahead and resume the YouTube video. You can see it's playing back. Meanwhile, I'm also browsing the internet. And once you're done, just press the cross button and that will close the app. Now guys, picture this. You are having a house party and you're streaming songs from your Galaxy M30s onto Bluetooth speakers. Now someone comes up to you and asks if they can watch a YouTube video, or you might want to show a YouTube video to a friend of yours. Now what will happen if I launch YouTube and play a video? Now you can hear that the music player has stopped streaming songs to the speaker, and the audio from the video is now playing back on our Bluetooth speakers. So this will certainly spoil the mood of the party because the music has stopped. Now what you can do is turn on a feature called Separate App Sound. Now Separate App Sound will let you play back your music from the music player onto the Bluetooth speaker. Meanwhile, all the other sounds will play back on the phone itself, so you can enjoy the music uninterrupted. Meanwhile, you can still show your friends YouTube videos on your phone, but your music won't get interrupted. So let me show you how this works. So I will just minimize everything. So drop down your notification panel, go to settings, then tap on sounds and vibrations, then tap on advanced sound setting. Here we have an option called separate app sound. So open this up and turn this feature on. This should open up automatically once you turn it on. So select. So the first thing separate app sound will ask you to do is select an application which will play a sound on the different device, that is our Bluetooth speaker. So tap on add apps and I will add the music player over here. So this is the music player that I'm using, so that's fine. We will now go back. Now we have to select the audio device which you want to use for this app, that is the music player. So I will select Bluetooth and let's go back. So that is it, everything is now configured. So now if I play music and now if I launch YouTube, so as you can see, our music is still playing back on the speaker, but the audio from the YouTube video will play back on the phone itself. So you see what's happening over here? Our music player is streaming music to the Bluetooth speaker uninterrupted, but the YouTube audio is playing back on the phone speaker. So you see how useful this feature is, especially if you're having a house party and streaming music onto Bluetooth speaker. You can turn on separate app sound and separate out the music player so that it does not get interrupted when you use other apps on your phone. And if you have to control the audio level of the music player, you have to control it on the Bluetooth speaker itself. So I will have to press these buttons if I want to control the audio level of the music player. So this is one way you can enjoy your parties uninterrupted. It is recommended that you restart your phone once every week to prevent any foreseen problems like slowdowns and app crashes. Now you can have the M30s do it for you, you don't have to do it manually. So let me show you how you can configure auto restart. So drop down the notification panel, go to settings, then scroll down here to the part where it says device care. Then in device care, press on these three dots and select auto restart. Then turn this feature on. Now I like to restart my phone every Monday morning 3 AM, so I will deselect Tuesday. So Monday morning 3 AM the phone will automatically restart and it will be ready for the rest of the week. Also, you might want to turn on a feature called auto optimization. You can see it's already prompting me. So tap on these three dots and then select auto optimization and turn this feature on. Now it will run every day 3 AM. It will close all the background apps to free up memory, and it will also delete unnecessary files, and no, this won't affect your personal data. So once again, this is another useful feature if you want to maintain the best performance on your phone. So let us go back. So now let me show you some power saving features on the M30s. So first off, we will go to battery, and by the way, it's inside the same device care menu. So battery, then press on these three dots and then select settings. Over here there's an option called sleeping apps. Now this is a list of applications which will not run in the background. So it says here these apps won't run in the background, they may not receive updates or send notifications. So by adding apps to this list, you can prevent apps from running in the background, and that will help you save a lot of battery, especially Snapchat. Snapchat runs in the background and it kind of drains all my battery. Even though this is a big battery phone, Snapchat still manages to drain my battery. So I have added Snapchat to this list, but do keep in mind, once you add an application to this list, it will not send you any notifications because it is not running in the background. So now let us go back and let me show you power mode. So over here we have this little option called power mode. You can also drop down the notification panel twice and tap on this power mode option to access the same settings. So we will go back and tap over here. You get three options: optimized, medium power saving, and maximum power saving. Also, you might want to turn on adaptive power saving if you want to save more battery power, but I'm kind of okay with this feature turned off. The battery backup is pretty good. So I want to show you maximum power saving. Save as much battery as possible. So once you turn this feature on, a lot of stuff on the phone will get disabled. First off, the CPU speed will be limited to 70%, then always on display will turn off, and all the background data will be restricted. Also, a lot of third-party apps will get disabled once you turn on maximum power saving mode. So I will apply this and I will demonstrate what happens. Okay, so once maximum power saving mode turns on, you can see the phone is showing we have 6 days and 18 hours of battery power remaining. Then you can see we no longer have the access to the app drawer. The settings are completely simplified, and you might have noticed a lot of applications are not available. So press on this plus option, and this gives you access to some of the basic applications. So you can click a photo, access your gallery, you can watch YouTube videos, open up WhatsApp, but Instagram and Snapchat are not available. So maximum power savings will help you save some battery power by disabling a lot of third-party applications. It only gives you access to the basic apps on your phone. So this is a good feature if you're out camping and if you don't have access to the charger. You can use the maximum power saving modes to extend the battery backup. Now if you want to go back to normal, drop down the notification panel and turn off maximum power savings mode, and that is it. The phone is back to normal. So this one I think many of you guys will know. You can use the camera flash LED as a torch. Drop down the notification panel and press on the torch button to turn on the camera flash. Now, do you know you can change the brightness of the torch by pressing on the text? Press on the text and the phone will let you change the brightness of the LED. I do like to keep it on level 5. It is nice and bright. Once you're done, turn it off by pressing the torch button. Now unfortunately, there's no built-in screen recorder on the M30s. You'll have to download a third-party app from the Play Store in order to get the screen recording functionality. But in case you don't want to download a third-party screen recorder app from the Play Store, what you can do is trick the game launcher into thinking a particular app is a game. So we have the game launcher right over here. If you don't have the game launcher enabled, go to settings, scroll down, advanced features, and turn on game launcher. Now once game launcher is enabled, open up game launcher and swipe up to open up your library. Press on these 3 dots, then select add apps. Now from this list, add an application in which you want the screen recorder to work. I will add Instagram, then press on add, and you will see Instagram in your game library. So once you launch Instagram from the game library, you will be able to use the game booster features. So drop down the notification panel and tap on this game booster option. This will open up the game booster. Now first off, go to settings, then tap on record, and over here you can change a couple of settings. I will keep it at default, and you can also record sounds from the microphone, which I will select. Otherwise just leave it on game if you want the application sounds to be recorded, but microphone is fine. So again, drop down the notification panel, tap over here and select record. Now the screen recording is going on, and whatever I do in the Instagram app or whatever app you've selected, the phone will record a little video in MP4 file. So I will just drop down and stop the recording. Now the recording has been saved in the gallery. Go to the gallery, and this is the recording that we just made, and you guys can see it's in .mp4 format. So playable on almost every device. Play video going on, and whatever I do in the Instagram app or whatever app you're recording, so you guys can see this is our screen recording, and this is how you can record visuals of apps if you don't want to download a dedicated third-party recorder from the Play Store. Just use the game launcher to trick apps into thinking that they are games. Okay, so what do you do if you have to change the orientation of the screen from portrait to landscape? I think many of you guys will drop down the notification panel, then turn off the rotation lock, and now you will be able to rotate the screen. Now this creates a little problem, especially if you are using the phone in your bed, and if you have the phone at a weird angle like this, the screen will once again go back to portrait, and then you have to change the orientation of the phone once again to go back to landscape, and this kind of creates a problem. Now obviously you can drop down the notification panel, then lock the screen rotation, and now the screen orientation will not change. But the problem with this approach is that this involves multiple steps. You have to drop down the notification panel, then enable and disable the rotation lock. You really don't have to drop down the notification panel again and again then change this setting. All you have to do is leave the rotation lock in portrait, and then when you rotate your phone you will see this icon. Press on this icon and the screen orientation will change. Bring it back, press the icon again, and it will be back in portrait. So you see guys how easy it is to change the orientation of the screen, and this cuts down on multiple steps. Everybody loves good high resolution wallpapers, right guys? The Galaxy M30s has a feature called dynamic lock screen. So I'm gonna put my phone to sleep and watch what happens when I wake my phone up. We have a wallpaper. Now I'm gonna put my phone to sleep once again and wake the phone up. We have a brand new wallpaper. Again, I'm gonna put my phone to sleep, then wake it up. We have another high resolution wallpaper on our lock screen. And what happens is when you scroll from right to left, you will be able to see a brand new wallpaper. So this allows you to show off the beautiful, gorgeous AMOLED screen of the M30s. So these are a set of high resolution wallpapers on our lock screen. So this is called dynamic lock screen, and Samsung will update these wallpapers every 2 weeks. So you'll get a fresh set of wallpapers every 2 weeks. So now let me show you how you can configure the dynamic lock screen. So drop down the notification panel, go to settings, then scroll down here and tap on lock screen. Scroll all the way down and tap on dynamic lock screen. And over here we have a set of wallpaper packs. Right now I have applied the live pack, but you have some other ones like pets. This one is also nice. So this is the pet wallpaper pack. We have some nice cute pictures of animals. And what I love about these dynamic lock screen wallpapers is that none of these are pixelated. These are really high resolution wallpapers for your M30s to show off that AMOLED display. So this is dynamic lock screen. Make sure you turn this on. I will keep the dynamic lock screen turned on. Now inside the same dynamic lock screen settings, you also have another feature called Lockscreen stories. Discover interesting stories every time you check your phone. Now this is also very similar to dynamic lock screen. Every time you turn your phone on, you will see a brand new wallpaper on the lock screen. But instead of just showing you the wallpaper, the phone will also show you some additional information which is kind of relevant to the wallpaper. And we are going to set this as wallpaper, so we will try this lock screen stories out. So once you turn on lock screen stories, you might want to select the topics that are relevant to you. So tap on this once again and now select topics that are relevant to you. I've already selected cars and bikes, food, games, science and tech, nature and wildlife, and world news. So now the phone will show me wallpapers that are relevant to these topics. Also, you cannot deselect daily digest, so that's one disadvantage. But anyways, let's go ahead and try this out. So I'll put my phone to sleep, and then if I wake my phone up, you guys will see a new wallpaper. Put my phone to sleep, wake it up once again, there's a brand new wallpaper. Now if I swipe from right to left, you guys will see some more information. So for example, you can see it over here. Now if I swipe once again, a new wallpaper, and once again there is some more information. I think there's a video. If I tap over here, see, it kind of plays back a video on our lock screen. Now I cannot play this on my channel because this might be copyrighted, so swipe again, there's something more. So this is lock screen stories. I kind of like it, it's nice. Since we are talking about customization, let me show you how you can download more icon packs, wallpapers, themes, and always on display face. So pinch in on the home screen and tap on themes. This will take you to the Galaxy store. Now here I suggest tapping on top, then select free, because why the heck would you pay for themes and wallpapers? So these are a couple of themes that are available on the Samsung store. Okay, so let us try downloading one. Let's try this one. This kind of looks nice. Downloading. So as you can see, we have a new wallpaper. We will also have a new lock screen wallpaper. Let's unlock the phone. And it has also changed the style of the widgets, and also icons are a little bit different. Only the Samsung app icons have changed, rest of the icons are same. So let us go back to the Samsung theme store, and over here you can also download more wallpapers. Press on top, then select free, because free wallpapers are the best. So these are some free wallpapers available. You can also download multi-pack wallpapers. So these are a set of multiple wallpapers. So press on download and set as wallpaper. So 11 wallpapers have been applied to the lock screen. This is not dynamic lock screen. These are just different wallpapers that will change every time you unlock your phone. And you can also download different icons. You can just go to top, then select free to check out all the free icons that are available. So I have already downloaded this one. See, the icons have changed. Now icon packs are only applicable to Samsung apps. It will not change the icons of the third-party apps. But anyway, this is a nice customization feature on the M30s. Then lastly, you can also download always on display faces. So let's go to top and then select free. Let's try this one and apply. So clock an image. So I have to turn the lights off to see this. Put my phone to sleep and you guys will see that new always on display watch face. And really the best part about having the Samsung Galaxy Store is that you don't need to download any third-party apps to download wallpapers, themes, icon packs, and always on display. Usually when you wake your phone up, you have two icons at the bottom of the screen over here. Now you see this little icon in the middle. If I keep my finger on here, the phone will show me camera and Instagram. These are apps of your choice. These are customizable. So on the right, we have camera. I can do this and launch camera right away from the lock screen. And onto our left, we have Instagram. We can just directly launch Instagram right away from the lock screen. So this is called floating button on the lock screen. Kind of a different version of the lock screen shortcuts. Now let me show you how you can configure this. So we will unlock the phone, drop down the notification panel, go to settings, then scroll down and tap on lock screen. Scroll down here once again and then tap on app shortcuts. Now by default this option will be selected, which is the top one, bottom corners. That means you will have these icons at the bottom corners of the screen. You want to change this option to floating button, and once you do this you will see this icon in the middle and you can just swipe your finger like this to open up camera or open up apps of your choice. So this is completely customizable. You can change it, pick another app, but I think Instagram and camera are okay because these two are the applications that I frequently use. If you want to keep a track on your daily usage habits of your smartphone, for example, how many times you unlock the phone, how many times you launch an app, how much time are you spending in a particular app, you have something called digital well-being. So drop down the notification panel, go to settings, then scroll down here and open up digital well-being. Now it shows me I have used the phone for 2 minutes today. That's because it's already 12:46 and I have unlocked my phone 14 times and I have received 7 notifications. Now if I tap over here, it will take me to this screen. From here you can select a different day. So we will select Friday because I'm going to show you my Friday's usage. So I've spent 42 minutes in Instagram, 30 minutes in camera, 26 minutes in Amazon shopping, 26 minutes in Chrome, 16 minutes in gallery, and so on so forth. So from over here you can see how much time you're spending in a particular app. So this is screen time. Then if you tap over here you can check how many notifications a particular app has received. So 51 notifications in WhatsApp, those are your just regular text. And if I select the last option, this is times open. So this shows you how many times you've opened a particular app in the past 24 hours. So let's go back to screen time. Now you see this no timer option. You can actually set a limit on how many minutes you can use a particular app on your phone in 24 hours. So for example, let us set limit to YouTube. Search for YouTube. So I'm gonna set a limit of 15 minutes and I will now launch YouTube and you guys will see what will happen once we reach the timer. Alright guys, so we have almost reached the end of 15 minutes. The phone is already telling me 1 minute left for YouTube. And that's it. We have used up all 15 minutes for today and the phone will quit the YouTube app and say goodbye for today. Your YouTube timer ran out. You can use this app again tomorrow. So this is how you can set a limit on daily app usage and moderate your use. And if I try and launch YouTube again, you can see it won't launch. So as you can see, YouTube has been grayed out because the 15-minute timer has been reached. Now if I set this to no timer, we will be able to launch YouTube once again. Okay, so now let us go back and check out a feature called Winddown. Wind down before bed by changing the screen to grayscale or blocking notifications. So what Winddown does is that it turns the screen to grayscale and it will block all the notifications so that you don't get disturbed during sleep. If I turn this on right now, you can see everything is now in grayscale. That's because Winddown is turned on. Now you might want to set a schedule for this. So during this time, everything on the screen will be in grayscale and do not disturb will get turned on automatically so that you don't get disturbed while you're sleeping. The Galaxy M30s is a dual SIM phone. Now to complement the dual SIM functionality, we have a feature called Dual Messenger. Now Dual Messenger allows you to install 2 copies of Messenger apps. For example, you can install a second copy of WhatsApp and use that with the second number on your phone. Let me show you how you can enable this. So drop down the notification panel, go to settings, then scroll down to advanced features, scroll down again and tap on Dual Messenger. The phone will automatically show you the supported apps over here. Now first off, you will have to install WhatsApp from the Play Store, then it will appear over here. So just turn it on and tap on install. You can also use a separate contact list, but I don't want that. I will use the same contacts that are on the phone. So now if I go back home and open up the app drawer, you will see a second copy of WhatsApp. This is our primary and this is our secondary. You can see that little icon over there. And if I launch this, you can see this one is a fresh install. This is the one that we already have installed, but this is the second copy. So this is a very useful functionality if you are using 2 numbers on your M30s. You can use 1 copy of WhatsApp for SIM 1 and for SIM 2 you can use the second copy. Now for example, you are reading an article on the internet or you are doing something on your phone and someone sends you a text message over WhatsApp. Now if you want to reply to this message, you will tap over here and this will open up the entire messenger. And that is a problem because the messenger goes full screen and it will interrupt what you're doing. Now you can turn on a feature called Smart Pop-up View. So drop down the notification panel and go to settings, then scroll down here to advanced features, then tap on Smart Pop-up View and turn this on for WhatsApp or whichever app you want to use in Smart Pop-up View. But I suggest that you turn this on only for WhatsApp, otherwise it's going to annoy the heck out of you. So now that we have Smart Pop-up View turned on, let me send myself a message. So now whenever you receive a text message on your phone, you will see this little bubble over here and you can just tap on the bubble, quickly reply to your friend, and that is it. You can now minimize the app and it will go back into this bubble and you can place it wherever you want. If you want to open the messenger again, just tap on the bubble, it will resume, text your friend and then minimize the app once again by pressing the minimize icon. So this is less intrusive. You can quickly reply to your friend and go back to your work. And if you want to close this, just press the cross icon, or what I suggest doing is long pressing on the icon, then remove it. So this is Smart Pop-up View camera tip. We are now at the end of this video and I hope you guys have enjoyed, and it goes without saying, if you have enjoyed, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button, and do follow me on my social media accounts. All the links are down in the video description. Alright guys, so thank you for watching and do stay tuned for more videos on the M30s. I think the next video I'm gonna do on this phone is the battery backup test. So do stay tuned for that. Alright guys, I will see you next time.